to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into something that's, well, a massive challenge for any global business: financial consolidation. I mean, how do you take financial data from all over the world, in different currencies, with different rules, and turn it into one single reliable story? And this isn't just some accounting puzzle, it's really the core challenge that every major corporation has to deal with. Getting this right is, frankly, the difference between having total clarity and just complete chaos. So how does a powerhouse system like SAP S4HANA even begin to tackle this? Well, we're going to follow the entire journey of that financial data, from raw, sometimes messy numbers, all the way to a clean, unified report. And here's the roadmap for our journey today. Okay, first things first, let's really wrap our heads around the challenge here. I mean, picture it, a massive business with operations in dozens of countries, all using different currencies, different accounting standards. To get a real picture of its overall financial health, it absolutely needs one single version of the truth. That's the end game. And I absolutely love this analogy. It's perfect. Think of it like you're baking a cake. You've got flour from your German subsidiary, sugar from the one in Brazil, eggs from your US operations. The consolidation process is that master recipe that brings all these different ingredients together to create one perfect, consistent cake. All right, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. Step 1, collecting all those raw ingredients. How on earth does all that financial data from every single corner of the business actually get into the central system to begin with? Now, what's really interesting is that the data comes in through two main doors, if you will. For companies that are already running on S4HANA, it's this beautiful, seamless flow. Data moves automatically from what's called the Universal Journal, that's the table ACDOK, straight into the Special Table for Consolidation, which is ACDOCU. But what about subsidiaries on older systems or systems from other vendors? They've got a different path. And for all that data living outside the main system, you're not left in the dark. S4HANA has this whole toolkit ready to go. You can do flexible file uploads, use special apps to import the data, and even use web forms for good old-fashioned manual entry if you need to. The goal is simple: get every number into one place in one standard format. Okay, we've got all our ingredients in the kitchen. But wait, you can't just dump everything into a bowl and hope for the best, right? Nope. This is that critical quality control phase. You just can't bake a good cake with bad ingredients, and you can't get a reliable financial statement with bad data. This whole prep stage, it happens in 4 key steps. We've got data validation, manual journal entries, currency translation, and a big one, intercompany matching. Each one is designed to get the data absolutely perfect before the final consolidation. Let's quickly walk through each one. First up, we've got data validation. Think of this as the system's built-in proofreader. It automatically runs all the numbers through a set of rules to catch any obvious errors. The classic example is making sure a company's assets actually equal its liabilities plus equity. It's accounting 101, and here it's totally automated. Then you have something called manual journal entries. These are basically adjustments that accountants make right at the group level. We call them topside entries. And the really important thing to remember here is that these adjustments, they don't change the local subsidiary's books at all. They only exist inside the consolidation data. Now, this next step, intercompany matching, is an absolute lifesaver for the accounting team. So imagine your French company sells something to your Italian company. One records a receivable, the other records a payable. This process automatically finds those matching deals and flags any differences early, so accountants can fix them before they become a massive headache during the final close. Okay, deep breath. Our data is collected, it's clean, it's prepped. Now, it's time for the main event. This is the moment where all that clean data from every single subsidiary is finally mixed together to create that single, unified financial picture for the whole company. And one of the first and most important things that happens here is what's called intercompany elimination. Basically, the system is smart enough to find and just cancel out all those internal sales and purchases we just matched. And this is so important because you can't count revenue that was just passed between 2 of your own companies, right? That would just artificially inflate your performance. And this is where things get really cool. All of this leads to a super powerful feature called matrix consolidation. So what does that mean? It means from this one single, perfect data set, you can spin up reports for completely different audiences, all at the same time. You get one version of the truth that works for your official legal reporting and for all your internal management meetings.
And this table just shows it perfectly. Take a look. See how the total revenue, that 1000M, is the same in every column? But, and here's the magic, depending on how you're slicing the pie, by legal entity, by profit center, or by business segment, the amount of internal business that gets eliminated is different. It's this incredibly sophisticated process that knows exactly where in the company hierarchy to make the right eliminations, giving you different, but equally true, views of the business. The system is also smart enough to handle all the complex accounting rules for how you own other companies. It's not a one-size-fits-all thing. So, for example, if you own more than 50% of another company, you use the purchase method and bring in their entire financial statement. But if you only own, say, 30%, you use the equity method, which has a totally different impact on your books. The system knows the rules and does it all automatically. Okay, so we've been on quite the journey, haven't we? From collecting all that messy data, to cleaning it, to finally running the big consolidation. So what's the big payoff? What do you get at the end of all this? It's this. One single, reliable, multidimensional source of financial truth. It's that single version of the truth that everyone, from the CFO to a business analyst, can trust and use to make decisions. And why does that one number matter so much? Because really, this unified view is the bedrock for everything else. It lets your leaders make strategic decisions with confidence. It makes the nightmare of statutory reporting so much smoother. And it lets you find deep insights that were just impossible to see when your data was spread out all over the place. So in the end, you see, this whole process, it's not just some back office accounting chore. No way. It is a strategic tool that can really empower the entire organization. So I'll leave you with this question. If you had this level of financial clarity at your fingertips, what decisions would you make?
Let's talk